Hello, today I'm going to be making some European style decoupage cards. I discovered this when we went on a trip to Branson and went to a scrapbooking store. We found these pages that you do this thing called 3D pushout, which is actually European decoupage. European decoupage is just where you layer different pictures to make a 3D effect. Here in the United States, we think of decoupage as layering glue, but in Europe, it's layering paper. So we bought some of these for my mother, and she really enjoyed doing them. So the next time we went back, I got some for me, and also I discovered that they have these on an online store here in the United States called a cherry on top. So that's where I got this paper. Each of the papers I got has enough to do 3 different pictures to use on cards. So they're numbered, usually 1 through 4. So 1 is the bottom picture, 2 is the next one, and 3. And then some of them have little pieces where you'll layer more than 1 picture on top. And this tells you which one goes first, which one goes second. And then you usually use some type of adhesive, dimensional adhesive. I used some dimensional adhesive that I made using cardboard and chipboard and some double-sided adhesive. I put that on another video so you can see how I did that. Now that I finished punching all the paper out, now I'm going to start doing the decoupage. So I'm going to layer these pictures up with double-sided adhesive. Normally you would use foam adhesive, but I don't like to use that since it's not eco-friendly. So I made my own with cardboard. So this first picture I'm going to use the cardboard that I made into double-sided adhesive. On the next picture I'll use chipboard, which is thinner, so you'll be able to see the difference. on the third image, I'm going to be using the adhesive squares I made with chipboard. So it'll still give it some dimension, but it won't be as thick as the cardboard. At the end, I'll show you the difference. Here's the first one I made with the cardboard and the second one I made with cardboard. You can see they're thicker than this one, which I made with the chipboard. Now I'm going to cut out the pattern paper, and I'm putting all the pattern paper on some pre-folded kraft cardstock. And I use a rectangular die. It's a large stitch die from Lawn Fawn to cut out the rectangles. And I'm using my tape runner to adhere the pattern paper to the card. I thought I'd use the trees to put the front on since it looks like they're outside. And I'm using some wreath pattern paper to go with the birds on the wreath. I'm trying to decide which way I think it goes best. On the third card, I'm using this Christmas plaid paper. I think it goes really well with the vintage kitchen. And this kind of reminds me of the Waltons' Christmas, which happens to be one of my favorite Christmas movies. I think it's called The Homecoming. And finally, I'm going to pair my cards with these envelopes that I made out of old shopping bags. I made a video on how to do that, so you can check out that YouTube video. I thought these envelopes looked really good with these cards. Kind of looks all vintage.